Stereotype threat is a situation predicament when someone is faced with a stereotype and has a fear of conforming to it. Stereotype threat is a contributing factor to gender and race gaps due to what it does to an individual. This threat arises through environmental situations and not due to a certain personality trait. Since most people have at least one social identity that is negatively stereotyped, everyone is prone to succumbing to stereotype threat. People show higher levels of stereotype threat on tasks they wish to perform well on, and when they strongly identify with a social group. The threat increases when an individual expects discrimination due to their identification with a negatively stereotyped group. Repeated experience of stereotype threat can lead to diminished confidence and poor performance on tests. There have been many studies on stereotype threat. One such study between black males and white males showed that when asked about their race before taking a test, the average test scores were lower for blacks because there is a stereotype of blacks not being as smart as males, and because of stereotype threat, these differences came to light. There was another study between gender, and the results showed the same thing. Females did worse on a math test when faced with their own gender before the test, because there is also a stereotype that females are worse than males in math, and because of stereotype threat, that became apparent. This is connected to inequality as a whole, because it creates a divide between racial groups and genders just by showing how you are related to these groups. Stereotype threat causes a lot of inequality by making any differences between groups apparent. It's important to realize the significance of stereotype threat and do whatever it takes to diminish it. This inequality is very real and needs to be looked at so changes can be made to the way we take standardized tests. This concept is important because it shows for a lot of the gaps between racial, and gender groups in test taking. It's not necessary for tests to ask for your race or gender before taking it. It's important to realize the significance of identifying your identity and what groups you choose to conform to. By showing people what gender or race they identify with, stereotype threat can take hold and cause changes in the test results. In order to reduce stereotype threat, standardized tests need to be changed to maybe ask for gender and race after the test is over, and to not conform to the real stereotype threat. Thank you.